Aquarius. This is your love and relationship reading, and 3 nights in the reading suggests to me that there could be more than one person in your life at this moment that's important to you or that you consider worth getting to know. Recently there may have been a lot of attention on you if you are in the dating scene and you are simply kind of getting to know people, feeling it out and seeing what's going on. If you're in a long-term relationship, a lot of these nights could be showing up to suggest that you've been spending a lot of time with your peers lately. Both of you may be together, maybe it is a kind of 3 of Pentacles recently, circle of friends kind of an energy around your relationship, and maybe you just feel like you want some time, quality time spent alone, just the 2 of you, or even on your own. Maybe you have been also just like quite exhausted with a lot of the social demands that have been expected of you and the person you're with, or if you're dating and trying to get to know more people, there seems to be maybe you beating them off with a stick is coming up, Aquarius, but you're looking for maybe something that feels just a little more comfortable and familiar, and look no further, I reckon, because the next few weeks, even to months, around the end, like towards from the rest of the year onwards basically, I'm sensing like I'm sorry, not the rest of the year, the rest of the month to like 6 weeks time, I feel like this is your dating life going all the better and feeling more satisfied, and you feel more kind of content with your date, like more than content, blissfully happy even. First and foremost, we have the Empress, and that's the first and only major arcana card in this reading so far, Aquarius. So that would be suggesting to me that on like a soul growth level, you know, you're ready to recognize your beauty, your inner and outer beauty, you're, you know, opening up to receiving compliments, to opening up to believing truly in your lovability and loving yourself wholly, and this is really all beautiful energy that's coming up in the next few weeks. And on a more mundane level, this could just look like you guys, you and your person going to like a luxury sort of like spa or something like that, or maybe if you're dating, you meet somebody in like a fancy place, and it just looks very fabulous. And you know what, it just looks like this is familiar with each other. You could even feel like the person you're getting to know in particular, if there's somebody who stands out to you, if it is your devoted partner, you could feel like you're letting your guard down even more and embracing more of your feminine, divine feminine energy, whether or not you are you know, a man or a woman, whatever you're kind of safe to let your guard down with this person and allow them to love you and love yourself, of course. So the 10 of Cups is further down the line, but it really looks like you are satisfied by really July around your dating life. Like by the end of July, you're satisfied with what's come through and how you're all on the same page with each other. I'm going to start clearing some of these cards up. The only couple I haven't mentioned yet that I pulled were the King of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. There is an indicator here that if, for instance, you're dating many people at the moment, Aquarius, or you're, you know, single and you're looking and you're kind of just getting to know, or whatever that means to you, there is an indicator here that there is somebody that could evolve to maturing more, and that's like that Knight of Pentacles into King of Pentacles energy. Somebody, and it doesn't have to be the Knight of Pentacles, you could be dealing with Virgo, Gemini, Pisces at this time. But you know what, it doesn't necessarily have to be, but it would tell me that one of the people in your life, or if it is your devoted partner at this time, is showing signs of being the one who is dependable, stable and reliable, and also doing a lot of work in terms of maturing. Also somebody seems to be very career focused that you're dealing with, and very ambitious too. So the 8 of Cups, the person you're dealing with is showing up as the 8 of Cups. And I will go deeper in the extended reading, which I'll, if you're watching on YouTube, link below in the description box, where I'll look at the situation from the perspective of the person you're dealing with. Well, the 8 of Cups, they're considering what would be more fulfilling for them. They are perhaps having some fears around, I guess, This is Saturn and Pisces, so fears like Saturn rules fears. I guess in Pisces, like, you know, we have fears of endings. Maybe this person is afraid of an ending happening, or that maybe Aquarius, they are looking for something deep right now, is what I would sense. Other than that, what was at the bottom of the deck? Okay, somebody could be hurt recently. 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. Sure, somebody in this dynamic was hurt recently due to just the fastness and the blurting out of something that was said, heat of the moment, or kind of even just thoughtlessly or carelessly. So let's have a look at the Knight of Swords. So it seems like all of a sudden, Aquarius, your romantic life is really at the top of the priority list for you. It seems to be where you're putting your most attention, focus, consideration. The Devil card. There is, if not one person in the midst for you, if it is the person you're dealing with, there's at least an unhealthy, toxic quality that has presented as a red flag. And red flags aren't always like run from the hills, like close the book. Like, that's ridiculous, because as if we're ourselves somebody who don't have red flags. Like, of course we are. So we recognize the red flags. We're like, oh, okay, I see you. Let me see how this goes and talk about this to this person I'm with and see what their opinion is, and all of those things, whatever way you want to do that. But the Devil card is saying ignoring some of this completely, to perhaps your own demise, or the demise of the relationship or your relationship with others. It could be quite toxic. Or simply, Aquarius, if you're ignoring that behavior in a partner or something like that, or in yourself, or perhaps you're dating and you're seeing what's out there, and one person screams to you that this would be like, oh, okay, this is gonna break my heart, or this is gonna be bad for me. Or bad for you, not probably the right thing to say. I should correct myself and say, well, look, you know, we'll teach you lessons that may be more painful, or that's how you'll learn, you know. The Knight of Pentacles. So it's because something or someone is too stable for you, you may sense, but maybe that's what you need. The Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups. So now we're getting some divine feminine, or at least internal reflective yin energy into the reading. So there's somebody that both your head and your heart, or there's something that you see as wonderful, both your head and heart agrees, or you can rationally see it and also feel it very deeply. In somebody that's very right for you, I'm sensing. I'm sensing that for some, I have a bigger family emerging here. The Emperor and the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Of course, this is somebody that you have perhaps children with, or perhaps in a domestic relationship with. So you do see, you're trying to, I guess, see past the stability and like how dependable this relationship is, and I guess you're just saying like, oh, you know, I'm looking for something a little bit more. I have 7 of Cups floating around here, intoxicating perhaps. That's that devil energy too, something that's a more alluring, but you haven't seen your own growth fully, I guess. Clearly, maybe you're beginning to, maybe you're really sinking into that, and isn't that worth a lot? If you're in a dependable relationship, it seems like maybe you're a little bored, but it has allowed you a lot of space to grow, and that's what the Queen is, very growth orientated energy, which is a 3, like the Empress. Yeah, so there has been growth, although maybe it has been more Knight of Pentacles style, slow and steady. Okay, that's very nice though. It seems like you can be yourself in the relationships with people. And if you're trying to discern, Aquarius, you're like, who's best for me, or what the hell is going on? Like, it seems like there's somebody that you may just be writing off as a complete safe bet, or something would be the, you know, phrase to kind of use. But if you look a little deeper, it has been allowing you some transformation or positive change as you are with that person. Okay, so let's have a look then. Right, well, we don't need to clear up all of these cards. It seems like either you're highly motivated just to work on this relationship. This is more of just that prioritizing the relationship for whatever reason, or meeting somebody. And you know, if you're looking for somebody, you have a lot of options out there. Circle of friends seems to have been a productive way to either deepen your relationship with somebody or watch it grow, or even meet somebody. Recently joining a hobby, arts and crafts, a skill, something where like-minded peers get together, or not. I'm watching a bird and a squirrel chase each other now, so maybe kind of opposites attract, or no, kind of different different people. You meet different people, diverse people. You kind of have opened your social network, you've opened yourself up to meeting various types of people through friends and kind of hobbies and stuff. You may have been meeting people. I haven't looked at the Page of Swords, so I'm going to look a little deeper into this Page of Swords. This is like something that's been deep down, I guess, waiting to transform in this. And for you, like you're stuck on a conversation almost, or something that was said, like let's have a look on this. And like maybe you don't realize it, but the Death card, because many of you think you've put this to complete bed, but this is a trigger. 5 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This communication or whatever was said still sort of plays on your mind on some level. I think Death card energy, it's just like, that's old, like that's old, let that go. Like, I mean, like that is ready maybe just to be released. I know you're like, well, it's not that easy, but I guess it was just the words that were tough and they maybe play on your mind. But okay, let's keep going a little further with the Empress card then. I would like to clear up the Empress card. You're stepping into really beautiful energy. And Aquarius, the Empress card. This looks like a breakthrough in connection with your partner too, or the person that you're dating, like an emotional connection. The 10 of Swords, or 10 of Wands in reverse. And then again, I have this like kind of hurt feelings at the bottom of the deck, 5 of Pentacles with the Chariot, like that, just blurting it out or rushing energy with whatever was said. That could be, maybe that's why the conversation that still dwells on your mind. What I was going to say was, and I didn't want to be too insensitive, but I was just going to say, what I was hearing with the Death card, I was like, oh, that's old. Like, it was only words. I didn't want to be insensitive, but I was going to be like, it was only words, like, you know. And the 10 of Wands, when we're under pressure or we're coming from a place of fear, 5 of Pentacles, well, we can say things that are out of character and not our true self. Like, it's important to be able to let that go and hold space for people in a kind of healthy relationship. Of course, not to be abusive. That's an entirely different thing. And that could be that 5 of Swords energy. Of course, you know the limit. But, you know, people, sometimes it's okay to let certain things people say go. Okay, so because, you know, we probably have to take accountability for things that we say that are undesirable or do not represent us in the highest and best way either, and we would love some grace and forgiveness. So what's coming up with the Empress card is there is going to be a breakthrough, but there is going to have to let something go, right? And that's what it is. And that's why I think what I was saying about it is like, somebody's been hurt over words that were blurted out. One of you has been hurt over things that were said in the past, and that's just stuck with you. So if you're both looking for forgiveness, kind of put yourself in each other person's shoes and seeing what could come up there, and that could be a real breakthrough as well. There's also an energy, Aquarius, with the 10 of Wands in reverse, perhaps, that something really is like, you know, there's a fine line, and pushing over the edge comes into this. So just keeping, you know, keeping consideration for the other people's vulnerabilities as well could be important. All right, like being sensitive to the other person's vulnerabilities at the same time. Okay, Aquarius. So let's see. We'll look at. I guess we'll look at the Knight of Cups. We didn't really look at this Knight of Cups, and this is what you're kind of hoping for right now. I guess a little bit more romance could come up there with the Knight of Cups, you know, a little bit more connection and like, I don't know, something fun, like whimsical. Yes, Page of Rods came through, something more young at heart, something, I don't know, whatever you feel like is whimsical and fun and lighthearted and funny, and you laugh a lot and you kind of get lost in the present moment, forget about time. And this is very beautiful energy you're hoping for and manifesting. King of Rods, I like that. More like maturing energy, King of Rods and the the Page of Rods. So like you will be dealing with fire signs that are showing a lot of growing up. Earth and fire signs that you're dealing with for the most part show a lot of like growing up and leveling up and maturing. The water signs are pretty much giving you like this romantic fairy tale idealized, like dream come true, right? Rose-colored glasses even could be coming up with the water signs. And as for the air signs, that's where I'm seeing a little more of the current difficulty or I guess toxicity. The Ten of Cups, what we're looking at towards the end of your reading, Aquarius, and remember, extended reading in the description box below, but if this is all you're watching, consider subscribing. And thank you for watching. The Five of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So you know that this kind of dealing with the toxic people or allowing the toxic situation in your relationship to kind of play out, you know long run that this happiness can sustain, because it's not true if you're ignoring the elephant in the room, Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, Six of Swords right behind that. If you're ignoring Seven of Swords, like the issue, like what's troubling, what's upsetting you, the Six of Swords. There is something that is ready to be moved on from and transitioned away from at this time, I'm sensing. We can get into this a little further in the extended. For now, I'll leave you with that. You are satisfied in the relationship, and the Ten of Cups and the Empress card have really kind of shown to me that you do get this period for the rest of June going into really the rest of July of like feeling happy and content, and you look gorgeous, the relationship looks gorgeous, your person and you just seem to be breaking through in a connection. There may just be at the same time necessary shadow work coming through. This came through around the Empress, you know, that there was still hurt and words that just need to be let go of at this point. This came through around the Ten of Cups, the Seven of Swords and the Five of Cups. Also kind of ignoring the elephant in the room at times could be something that, you know, you're like, no, everything is great, the Ten of Cups. Okay, that's what I'm seeing, Aquarius. We'll get into it more in the extended. Thanks for watching.